going to do a product overview of our concrete bucket series. These buckets are going to come available in 3/4 yard or 1 yard capacity. Now, this is going to come standard with a universal skid steer mounting option. If you do have a different mounting option, please do let us know. We're able to, when we manufacture these, put on several different mounting options to fit your machine. It's something that we do often, so it's as easy as letting us know, and we can fab you up anything for your needs. But getting to the actual construction of the bucket, this is our 3/4 yard model that I'm giving the overview of. This bucket is going to be built out of entirely 3/16 grade 50 steel. It's heavy enough steel that it's going to keep everything very strong. As you know, concrete is going to be very heavy, so we need to have every single seam, which is fully welded, as strong as it possibly can be. Now we bump this up to grade 50 steel because it's important that we want to get the tensile strength out of the support of the bucket, but we don't want to use, like say, 1/4 inch because we start to get too heavy on the bucket before there's any product in it. Now we fully wrap the top with a 2x2 1/4 inch thick angle iron, and that helps hold everything together. It adds a lot of superior strength. You may notice that right here we do little things such as adding a gusset. Now the actual gusset here comes to what you will see in the pictures. We have a channel iron that supports the whole back from side to side. That is a 4-inch channel. Well, anyways, this actually ties into that channel, wraps fully through the side piece, and comes around to the front. And then we weld it together very nicely. Now getting to the front of this bucket, we're actually going to be looking at the chute here. We use a very simple 2x8 2500 psi hydraulic cylinder. Now the reason we keep this simple is, say you may wreck this cylinder, we all know stuff happens. You can get this replacement cylinder at almost any tractor supply store, maybe down on the weekend. You can't get a hold of us to drop ship you one. It's simple to replace, and we like simple on all of our attachments. Now getting to the door on this, that's also very simple as well. That's a 3/16 inch thick door. In-house we actually use a rod track assembly. We like to keep that as simple as we can as well. The door is removable. Say that actually did get damaged as well. The door pops out. One thing we stress on these buckets, it's very important to keep this oiled and clean it out very good after you're done using it. If you get concrete that gets hard and brittle in these tracks, you are going to run into a sliding issue. So we always stress everybody, it's very common, contractors already know that they like to keep the inside oiled, the track oiled, everything as clean as they can. It just makes everything a lot easier for the next time around. This actually is going to come, as you can see, we don't have a chute with us right now for the demonstration, but this does come standard with a 2-foot removable chute. As you may know, the chutes on the back of concrete trucks, how they simply they hook onto the top and they let down. They're really easy to put on. So standard with a 2-foot. Please let us know if you have any other options. It's very common for us to make 3-foot chutes. 4-foot chutes is getting pretty big, but we have made them for people getting into tighter areas. The concrete bucket here has actually been very popular for us. The reason we sell a lot of these things is a lot of times for these contractors, it's very hard to get a truck in every location. With this, most contractors, as you know, have a skid steer typically on site. As simple as throwing this bucket on, you can drive up to the truck, load it up with concrete, and get almost anywhere you need to get with this machine, where it may eliminate a lot of time with wheelbarrowing, man hours and labor and such like that. Getting back to the hydraulics here real quick, we want to make sure that the hoses are actually very well protected and secure. So what we do is simple. We run this along that 2x2 angle iron on top. We have little tabs here to secure the hoses. We run this all the way along to the side and flip around to the back. Now, if you have a different skid steer such as Volvo or JCB, do let us know, because it's simple to do. As we're building your bucket, we can run it on the opposite side. As you know, they actually do plug in on the other side of the machine. We bring this with plenty of holes for allowing for you to tip and roll back. We do include this with flat face couplers 1/2 inch. And they also do have 90 degrees, so they plug into the machine, the hoses shoot straight down, keeping everything nice and clean. Now, one last thing I want to stress about the concrete bucket is it's very common for people to ask us, what size bucket do I need? Do I need 3/4 yard or do I need 1 yard? Now, one thing we stress is if you buy a 3/4 yard, you don't have to have a machine that is going to have the bucket plus 3/4 yards of cement. As you know, cement is very heavy, and that's going to add up to be a bunch of weight. One thing we like to do is send a customer out a 3/4 yard bucket, and may they have a 1/2 yard capacity of cement to haul with their machine. Now, if that makes sense, what I mean by that is if you have a 1/2 yard of cement in a 3/4 yard bucket, it gives you a 1/4 yard capacity of kind of an open area. Now, as you're driving across rough terrain, or maybe you're lifting the bucket and tilting it, it's always nice to have that gap of variance. The reason being is you don't want, if you have this thing pumped full of cement and you're driving across an uneven area, you're going to have your machine and you're going to have cement all over the customer's yard. Now, the reason people like this extra variance is it keeps everything clean and simple. So typically if you have a smaller machine, a 3/4 yard is going to be great. If you have the biggest, largest machine, easily we could say bump it up to a 1 yard. It's about 50-50 on our sales of each. Now, I'm sure I'm leaving out something, but if you have any questions, please do contact our sales department at 507-273-7497. You can reach us directly online at stingerattachments.com. Now, also be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, as we're always adding more to social media, and we're going to try and keep up on as many videos weekly as we can possibly upload. Again, Dustin at Stinger Attachments. Thanks for watching.